Hi all, welcome back to another episode of Sez the Vet. Hey, before we jump in, please don't forget to subscribe by hitting the emblem below if you're appreciating the videos. Thumbs up to let me know that you're there. So I work with predominantly pet hens on lifestyle blogs. So I get asked regularly in practice, should I try to stop a hen going broody, sitting on those eggs when I don't want chicks? It can be somewhat controversial for some people because she will act very stressed when you try to keep her away from those eggs. I will do another episode very shortly on why a hen goes broody and how to prevent it, so subscribe to catch that one. But for now, here's where the controversy lies. Sitting on eggs is a natural part of a hen's life cycle. While she's sitting on those eggs, her reproductive tract will rest, her ovary will regress and calm down. Most hens should get off on their own anyway in about 4 to 5 weeks. So if they're fertile eggs, those babies are going to hatch in about 21 days. After 4 to 5 weeks, her motivation will wane as the hormone prolactin starts to drop. So her motivation wanes, she should start thinking about getting off on her own anyway. So some people will let them sit for 3 to 4 weeks and then remove them, and it can be easier at that stage. The reason that it's generally not recommended to allow them to sit is that humans have not generally been selecting genetics for healthy brooding behaviour in backyard flocks. There are some examples out there, but in general they haven't been selecting for good broodiness. So some hens do not get off at all when they should. Some will sit for months and let themselves literally starve to death. Some will sit persistently throughout the day instead of getting off to forage and move around at all, and will result in nerve damage and paralysis, joint stiffness from underlying, usually unapparent arthritis. While she sits, she is at high risk of pneumonia from just sitting in a dusty nest, and high risk of red mites specifically, which are nocturnal mites that live in the bedding and drink her blood at night. She will lose a certain amount of weight sitting on the nest, even just with normal brooding behaviour. And finally, sitting on that nest on the ground at night instead of perching up high puts her at high risk of predation if she's in a free-ranging system. So some people know their hens very well as individuals and are very capable owners, exceptionally capable. They know who broods well, who does not. They may actually be deliberately trying to brood for healthy broody behaviour, and those owners may allow them to sit, usually, as I say, for about 3 to 4 weeks before they remove them. These owners know very well how to recognise signs of disease early and how to manage any issues that arise. Okay, the vast majority of owners, however, do not, and it's not something, unless you've had a high level of training with poultry or you've been working in the industry, it's not something you'd be expected to know. So the risks are just considered far too high, which is why the recommendation almost across the board is generally to prevent the behaviour in the first place and try and stop it quickly once she starts showing signs. Catch it in the first couple of days, it's going to be a heck of a lot easier for you. All right guys, that's all I've got to say on that. That's our little info tidbit for today. Do subscribe. I'll see you back for the next one. If you've got any questions or comments, put them below and that might be the topic for the next episode. I'll see you later. Bye bye.